What's going on, guys? Straw Hat Brian. I am back again here to deliver my One Piece Chapter 910 review for you guys. If you haven't read it yet, I suggest you do so now. Spoilers going to be in this video, so without anything else left to say, we're going to talk about this chapter. So, chapter opens up. Orlumbus pulls a Robin Hood, steals from someone else, and gives to the poor. So all the supplies that he stole previously, he just gives it away to a poor country. Why? Because he knows what it's like to be poor. And I like that. Orlumbus has an idea of what it is like to grow up without nothing. So digging the humility factor right there. Digging the morality factor right there. So that's the cover story. My theory on that is that this is just building the Straw Hats' reputation. Obviously, some nations are going to view the Straw Hats as, they're going to view them in high regards. Other nations are probably going to have a somewhat disdain for the Straw Hats. Based off of the Straw Hats' Grand Fleet commanders and pretty much what they are doing in their own respective cover stories. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like all this is just lining up for the final battle to come. So I think the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is going to increase the Straw Hat Pirates' reputation and then also gain allies throughout their ventures. And then finally, when things come full circle and we get that final war, it's going to be popping. And we're going to have maybe like 7,200 characters on screen at one time. Like, it's going to be tremendous. Guarantee it. Mark my words. So, chapter opens up. We got Nami, and Nami is reading the newspaper. And so, she also, reads details about the reverie. And she's like pointing out, like, hey, like there's Vivi and there's Dalton and there's Shirahoshi and it's like, and they're all talking about everybody that they've met and all the, real powerful individuals that they've met. Not powerful, in the combat sense, but, powerful, with influence, royalties, they met plenty of royals, saved plenty of royals, saved plenty of countries. So they're like, reading the paper. Well, Nami's reading the paper. And then so everybody just starts snatching the paper from Nami because everybody's trying to read the paper, see their old familiar faces, and all that in the paper just to see how everybody has grown. And then Chopper takes the paper and then cuts that John up into many pieces because he wants just the lone picture of Dr. Correa. And I get it. That's like his mom figure, like motherly figure, whatever, caretaker, guardian too. But it just also was just kind of creepy in my opinion. I just thought it was a little creepy with Chopper. But it is what it is. I can't hate on Chopper, man. That's Broper. So, moves on. And the reason why Chopper cut the newspaper into pieces was because, Sanji was like trying to fawn over, Vivi and Lola and like all the other, women that he's always like fascinated by and always just like trying to get with. And my man's just thirsty like Brock from Pokemon, but he ain't getting no yams out here. My boy Sanji's not getting no yams. And he kind of would have got yams from the 3-Eyed Girl, but he done messed that all up. Like he done screw that up. But he's gonna get killed anyway if he would have went on with that. But he done messed that all up. So Chopper did that just so that to make everybody else happy. But the key factor about all that, because Chopper cut up, the newspaper, Nami was trying to read the rest of it, and she's like, well, there's an article about Big Mom and Kaido, but I can't really make out what it's saying because all the pieces are gone. So, and of course, Nami's never going to get to finish reading that newspaper because of the events that happen afterwards. But it's interesting because they don't know that they don't know of Kaido and Big Mom's conversation, and they don't know about Big Mom traveling to Wano. So we're going to get Big Mom in Wano. It's only a matter of when. It might be at the end of the arc. It might be in the middle of the arc. I'm calling it to be the midway towards the climax. Like probably when you don't think that the story could get any crazier, incoming Big Mom. It's gonna be insane. I'm calling it right now. So moves on. And then Brook, goes to Luffy. He's like, has the Denden Mushi made contact with, the others, Zoro and the others. And then Luffy's like, nah, I've tried and it hasn't really worked. And he tries again, still doesn't work. So it's not like it matters. And then the beauty, the mystic, where everybody's been waiting for it, the actual, like, you're basically arriving into Wano. It's like that 10-minute, you know what I mean? Like when you arriving in a new city, it's like that 10-minute drive. It's like, yeah, I'm in the city, but I'm not really in the city yet. So it's like, yeah, like we're getting that right now in this chapter. So they're like almost to this island, but they're not there quite yet, but they're almost coming to shore, right? So they're making their way into this territory, B. Check it, bro. So we actually get to find out that traveling to Wano is rather difficult, and we see it through the luscious illustration. You got these really high, like, mountain Johns, you know what I mean, reminding me straight up of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, especially like when Gohan's like, he was like running like on those like giant mountain Johns. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, anybody who's seen Dragon Ball knows the endings. You know the ending song. You've seen those ending videos, bro. That's the nostalgia factor. I think that's what everybody's missing. The nostalgia factor on that was super dope, because those high mountains, and they're just so skinny. It just looks so cool and so just steep. It's amazing. And you just see like the crazy bad weather, super dark clouds and everything, got rushing waves and stuff. And we find out that's the reason why it's so hard to get to Wano. So you got these tough samurais. They're isolated from the world, and it's probably super hard to leave, and it's super hard to get there. But I guarantee, like Skypiea, and they didn't reveal that there's an easier way to get to the Sky Islands. There's probably an easier way to get to Wano. We just don't know it. I mean, they probably just saying, like, for other travelers, like, it's hard, but, like, I'm pretty sure if you're from the country, you can get in now. Like, there's probably no problem. That's what I think. And also, they keep saying opening, like they got to open the borders to Wano. So that border has to be the easy way. Like that border has, like there has to be a reason for why this stream is the way that it is. So we find out that before the Straw Hats can, even really kind of like digest this, the situation and everything that's going on, they notice as they're sailing in the Wano or towards Wano, the weather is getting increasingly worse. It's getting more intense. And out of nowhere, and as you're reading the dialogue, you look over, and then there's a freaking octopus on the Thousand Sunny. No one notices this octopus. This octopus has a crap, I forget what they're called, but it's like the little rope thing that like all the fishermen wear in Japan. I forget what is it called. If you know what it is, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But bro, he had that John on, and I'm just like sitting here, and he's just sitting there all nonchalant, standing there still, you know what I mean, trying to be invisible. And then out of nowhere, everybody just notices, like, bro, like, where does giant squid come from? And then a school of koi fish, giant koi fish, just come rushing. So they pick up the Thousand Sunny, and they're guiding the Thousand Sunny. Before they can even notice, it reminds me of Reverse Mountain. They end up going up a waterfall, bro. So these koi fish are traveling up this waterfall, trying to become Gyarados, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I was just like, whoa. I was not expecting that. And these koi fish are huge, giant. Like, there's got to be a reason for that. And Nami did say that, like, the reason why, for this clear water, and you see, like, it was all, like, salt water, and then, like, once the koi fish kind of picked them up, started dragging, it was all clear water after that. And then, boom, sailed them up this waterfall, up into Wano, and then they end up landing in a whirlpool. Like, what kind of luck is that? How do you travel up a waterfall into a whirlpool? And then, the next scene we got Luffy washed up, shipwrecked on the island, looking like a schmuck. You know what I mean? Looking like a lowly schmuck. And, bro, like, he gets woken up by Mr. Krabs, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Krabs pinching on his nose, wakes him up. And Luffy is greeted by a Kamainu. And that Kamainu could be a possible devil fruit user, because, like, that thing looked crazy. I was like, whoa, what is this mystical beast? Beautiful beast. Like, what is this thing? What is it doing here? How did it get here? I don't know. And I just like, Like even though the chapter was like maybe 14 pages, bro, so much coolness in those, and like just focusing on the background and like the illustration alone. Like that chapter was so powerful, so cool, such a short amount of time, and I'm really invested. Like I want to know what Wano looks like. I haven't been this invested since the beginning of Whole Cake, and I was really invested because it was all sweets and candies. But now I'm even more invested because I love like just like Japanese and just like their culture and their architecture and just like their customs and the food and everything. So just this, even just, you know, traditional ancient Japanese culture, I love all that, man. So just to see this, like I guarantee this is going to be a mixture of Rurouni Kenshin, because for those who didn't know, Oda was an apprentice under the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, and he also worked under Akira Toriyama. So he was the protege of these two powerful mangaka. Bro, once Luffy woke up, he met that Komainu, I was just like, oh man, like it's about to get real. Where is Shenron? Someone give me Shenron. Where are you, bro? And appears a gray ape. We got an Ozaru, Goku in the flesh. Well, it ain't Goku. Don't. You know what I mean? Don't grill me for that. But it's a Ozaru, it's a gray ape. It's a big yellow ape. I'm calling it because its fur isn't darkening. That's a yellow ape. And I'm guaranteed that the Komainu, because it's a dog lion, I'm guaranteeing that Komainu is red. It's going to be colored red. So Luffy is apparently, he's Momonosuke or the Peach Boy. You know what I'm saying? Washes up ashore from this unknown land or whatever and befriends a yellow monkey, a red dog, is going to befriend a blue pheasant, and it's about to get real. It's about to get real. So this is my review of One Piece chapter 910. Again, it was 14 short pages, but my God, the pages just beautifully drawn. So I'm gonna have to rate this chapter a solid 4 out of 5. I like this John. And it just leaves me excited because I can't wait to see what happens next. We got a little preview, and now we got another different viewpoint of Wano. Now, I theorized in my last video, I think Wano is a one big island, but I think it's made up of separate, like it has each, like, season on the island. Either on the island or several islands surrounding the main Wano Kuni island. And each of them have different seasons. That's my theory. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. Either way, you guys have a wonderful night. Hit that notification bell for more. Signing out.